Hello guys, now we go to Vovo's Adventures 11 and then we are going to have the third section of the Ecuador trip. Vovo's Adventures in Ecuador. Now we go to Amazon, and this is what we call the High Amazon, or in Portuguese the is called Alto Amazonas, where the Amazonas River is beginning. You know that the Amazon River begins in the Andes. And then we go closer to that, not really in the nascent, but in the first rivers that form Amazon. And this one here is the Puyo River. Puyo is an affluent of the Pastaza River, that is an affluent of the Maranhão River, and the Maranhão River will go to Amazon. We have an introduction of something that you really will like to see. I found this in a park there in Ecuador, and was really fun for the kids, and I want to show that to you. Let's go for it. Okay guys, again, we are in the Puyo River, and then the Puyo River is here. Remember, this is one of the first rivers that will go down to Brazil and form the Amazon River. And I have my friend there. I don't know the name of this dog, but he's a boxer dog. He's very friendly, as most of these dogs are. I could have this trip from Guayaquil to Puyo, or at least from Guayaquil to Quito, that is the capital of Ecuador, by ferrocarril, by train. But this will take a long time. But I heard that there is a kind of an exciting trip that we can do in the Andes by train. One of these days, who knows if we can go there. So Puyo is the city that we went, and it's called Ciudad Canela. It translated would be cinnamon city, because they have a lot of cinnamon there. And then cinnamon in Spanish is canela. Also is the same in Portuguese. Puyo means, in their language, in their Indian language, Puyo means cloudy. And this city is very cloudy. You see, this picture is cloudy. But it rains a lot. It's always raining there. Here we have the Club Pastaza, because Puyo is the capital of the province of Pastaza. And Pastaza has this name because of the Pastaza River, remember? And we have also a Seventh-day Adventist church. I mean, we went to friends there that belong to that church. I didn't visit the church because the day that we went there, it was closed. We have Seventh-day Adventist church everywhere. And then we went to this restaurant. They said that they have some things for us to eat there that would be delicious, and they have staple foods or local foods, traditional, that they will serve to us. I was not very fond of it, but I was going to see what they have. And then they showed this. Specifically, they show us these things that you cannot see very well. Let me show the next slide. Yeah, it's a little bit better to see, but not good. What are those things? And they want to see if we want to eat this. And no way, those are worms. I'm not going to eat worms. But let's take a look of the video to show what they are willing to cook for us.
¿No le gusta la luz?
No.
Pero están gorditos.
Sí. Ese hay unos enormes, así, ¿verdad? Esta es la estopa de la chonta. Le tumban a los 3 meses, van y le abren
Y están ahí adentro.
sí, te vienen a 50 centavos, así, cada uno.
Well, of course, we would not eat those kinds of worms, earthworms or whatever they are. I believe we also have those in the United States, but you and me would not eat those kind of things. And then the second option was, okay, we have carachama soup. And then carachama is the name of this fish. And when I look at this fish and I said, this fish here, you wanted me to eat? This looks like a monster and was very ugly fish. And I say, well, it's scary fish. Would I eat that? Well, I don't eat fish, by the way. But this one was, who would like to eat those things? But the fish is not that bad. I mean, to look at the fish, this is the carachama fish. It's not that bad, I mean, when you look at it, but to eat that would be a second challenge. Anyways, we ended up eating fried cassava. That is very common in Amazon. Cassava is called in Portuguese mandioca, is called in Spanish yucca or cassava itself, and it's very popular. They have several different plates made with cassava, and we had a good time. And then we have the traditional plants in this. I mean, look at this plant. This is the family of the bromelias, or bromelia in English. And this is the one that challenged me a lot. When I saw this plant there, it was a big tree. Let me show you. Is a big tree that has this kind of a fruit. It has looks like a cucumbers, two cucumbers, and then this is unripe. When they are ripe, they are more like, looks like a papaya or something. And then they have big leaves. At first I could not understand or get what kind of tree was that. Then later on I saw the flowers, and the flowers helped me to identify the tree. Many of you will see the flowers and say, I know what, maybe Amy would know the tree, this tree very easy. But look at the fruit. We don't eat those things, but it took me a while to figure it out, and I researched because most of the pictures don't have this double cucumber fruit. They only show the flowers, that's why. And then I figured out that this was nothing else than the frangipani. The frangipani is a very popular ornamental tree, maybe one of the most famous ornamental trees that we call Plumeria rubra. Plumeria comes from the name of the guy that founded the tree in the first place, Plumey, Mr. Plumey. And then rubra means kind of a reddish one. And then this is very common around the world and is native from South America, from Ecuador, Colombia, Panama, Nicaragua. In Nicaragua, this is the traditional flower. And in Hawaii, because this flower is spread around the world, Hawaii, they use this on the lice, on the lace that they put when you go visit the place, or still use when you graduate, and say you use this collar with flowers that are in some places are made with orchids, but the frangipani flower is also famous for that. And the women in Hawaii, they put the flower in their heads. By the way, if they put a frangipani flower in the right side of their head, it means that they are ready, or means that they are not married, or they don't have a boyfriend. If they put in the left side, if they put the frangipani flower in the left side, means that they are married or they have a boyfriend. So this is the tradition for Hawaii. Maybe when we go to Hawaii, we will talk more about Hawaiians' costumes, because we will have Vovo's adventures in Hawaii. Just wait for that. So we have more exotic flowers as this one. This on the left here is called the paradise flower. So it's very common in tropical forests. And you see in the other one another bromelia there. I don't know the name of this one. I didn't check to identify it, but it's a very common one there, and I think is used around the world as ornaments too, ornamental flower. And this is an orchid, very beautiful orchid. Huh? We have here another one, two orchids, one pink and pinkish, and another pinkish and violet, and another one that is yellow. Beautiful flowers. And now we go to check up a specific plant that we found there that you will find that is very interesting. We call in Brazil this plant touch me not, and you'll see why we have this name touch me not. Let's go to the movie.
Yo me acuerdo que la iglesia tenía que esa medianoche fuimos donde hoy, se tocamos la puerta y se asustaron. Y llevamos fue naranja. Claro, se asustar, dice. Dijo, mira, yo ya mí no me voy, digo. Y si no les llevamos no más. Después usted solita irá a venir a coger naranja. Y llenamos la cajuela de...
Okay, enough of plants and foods. Now let's go to the animals. This is the jaguar. You know, the jaguar is very common in Amazon, and Ecuador is not different. It's a marvelous animal, and then this is the one that make the sound like wow. That is common to all the feline family. So lions, tigers, and leopards. Oh, by the way, leopards. Let's compare what is the difference between leopards and jaguars. Jaguars are from South America, leopards are from Africa. Jaguars in Brazil they call onça, onça. And then let's see the difference between the jaguars and the leopards. They are very similar. If you see them together, you will have a hard time to differentiate. But you never see them together unless in the zoo, because these guys here, this one lives in South America and his cousin lives in Africa. So here we have the two together. Let's take a look on some of the differences. I mean, some of the differences are not very evident, but some are. You see this thing here, this is called rosettes. The rosettes from the South American jaguar are bigger and usually they have a dot inside. Here you have a dot. Sometimes they have two dots inside. And then you see here, each one of them has a dot. Some of them do not have. The leopard from Africa, very rarely they have the dot. The rosettes are smaller. I mean, they are more together. They don't have this big space inside. They are kind of a little tight, and most of them do not have a dot. Once in a while they have one or other dots. Well, that's the first. Second, the face of the South American jaguar is a little rounded, a little fatter. The leopard from Africa is a little skinny face. So that's another one. The ears of the South American are a little more to the side and they are a little bit smaller than the leopard that has big ears and a little more in the center. The leopards, the jaguars, they have strong legs, strong muscles. They are stronger and a little fatter than their cousins from Africa. But they swim much better. They swim to hunt, and they can hunt crocodiles or alligators. Maybe not crocodiles, but alligators. And these guys just swim if they need to cross a river. They don't swim every time. So this is the difference, the main difference between those two. There is another difference is on the tail. You see this tail here is smaller, and this tail is longer. You cannot see because I am in the middle of this, but his tail goes until the end of this. It is a little thinner and longer. So now when you see one of those, if you are in Africa, you will see only leopards. If you are in South America, you'll see jaguars. But if you go to the zoo, you can very easily tell, oh, this is not a leopard, this is a jaguar. This is not a jaguar, this is a leopard. Well, they have big ants there too. Ants in one time of their life, one phase, they have wings. Tarantulas are very common in the place. Here you see a big tarantula that we found when we were walking around there. And the capybara. Capybara is an animal common in Amazon that is maybe the size of a pig. So this is a beautiful animal, and they are very common in places where you have a lot of water. And then this common parrot, you are familiar with that. Then we have the araras that are bigger parrots. So they travel and they flight, and they live mostly in big trees, taller trees. And then let's go to the fruits of the area. You see that most of the fruits here are fruits that are very tropical. Bananas and bananas and bananas. Those are the main fruits. But you see, you have pineapples, you have oranges, you have melons, melons have carrots and other fruits around that, and small fruits that are common to the region. Now you have, this is strawberry plantation. What? What did you say, Carter? Say that again? Oh, I'm sorry. He was saying to me that this is not a strawberry, Vovo. This is a pineapple tree, pineapple plant. Okay. Thank you very much. Sometimes I get confused here. Yeah, pineapple plant. Let's go to another one here. Yeah, yeah, that's a pineapple plant. That is, they call in Ecuador they call ananas. Ananas. Sorry, it was not strawberry for sure. Let's go to the next one. This is the sugar cane. In that place they have a lot of sugarcane plantations, and then we were able to get at least one branch of the sugarcane, and what we did. Here we see the thing. So usually we cut this part here and this part here, and then we peel off this, and what we have delicious sweet things to chew. Children like to chew that, and then we can squeeze that in a machine and make a delicious sugar cane juice, fresh, very sweet, very sweet. And we can cut in pieces and chew them as the kids were doing. Vovô liked that because this is what I used to do when I was a kid in Brazil. So it reminds me of the old times, and maybe your father and your mother used to do the same. So ask them, ask Uncle Mo, Uncle Andre, and Aunt Caroline, and they will tell you if they like or not. Some people don't like this chewing because it's very rough, but gives you a very sweet taste. And then later on we found the inga again. This is a different type of guayaba fruit. Remember, we saw this in Guayaquil, guayaba fruit. And then we open that and we have the marshmallow type of fruit, and then a black seed. And you don't eat the black seed, but you eat the marshmallow part. It's very sweet and delicious. And then we have this. What would that be? What would be your choice? 1, papaya. I'm not sure. Number 2, mangoes. I'm not sure. Number 3, melons. Melons do not grow in trees, Vovo. Maybe 4, cocoa. What? Yes, this is cocoa. Cocoa is the fruit that gives you the chocolate. Let me show how does it work. This is the fruit, the cocoa, that grows very from the trunk of the tree. And then what they do with that is that they take from the tree, they cut this skin, and they take the small seeds from inside of this big fruit, and then they toast that. After they toast, they make it, they smash it and make a powder, and that powder is nothing else than chocolate. So now you learn about, I believe, the difference between jaguar and leopard, and you learn how, where did your chocolate comes from. We showed that before, but now we know a little bit the process. First they skin that fruit, and then they take the grains, the seeds, and then they smash them, make a powder, and the powder is chocolate. Well, that's the last part of our Ecuador trip, and I hope you enjoyed that. And we have one more video for you. That was the lights that we saw in Puyo, Ecuador, Amazon. Bye bye, and I see you later in the next program, in the next series of Vovo's adventures. Bye bye, guys. Thank you for watching that. I'll see you later.
Hola.